Uprise and shine, it's a brand new day. GM Motivations, come on, don't delay. Hosted by Michael K, we're here to pave the way. See change 2024, let's make the change today. GM Motivations, early morning vibe, activism and entertainment. Let's take the ride from the streets to the stage. We're spreading worldwide. See the change movement. Positivity and light with interviews and discussions. We're sparking insight from social justice to environmental fights. GM Motivations, shining bright. GM Motivations, early morning vibe, activism and entertainment. Let's take the ride, take the ride. So join us every morning as we set the stage. GM Motivations, and a new page with Michael K. We're on the rise, see the change trends. Let's turn the tide. We bring the energy, positive stage. GM Motivations, turning a new page with Michael K leading the way. We're on the rise. See the change 2024. Open up your eyes.
Good morning, Grand Rising. Hopefully everything is on. All right. It's another GM Motivation, guys. That song there was the one that was liked the most between the two versions that are on that video. So at least that has been determined. That one was liked more than the other. We got like 11 more to choose from and plenty of time to determine, maybe we just keep 3 or maybe we keep 7. We'll let that be decided by the community. See, I'm going to lean that back a little. Okay, I feel better. There we go. So, it is Wednesday, guys. Happy Wednesday, or hump day if you call it that. It is the 10th of April. We're 10 days away from 420, 10 days away from seed drop. We had a few late bloomers, if you will, in Seed the Change. Those packages will be out from myself and from Nancy here today. So everyone will receive those in the next couple days. Plenty of time to get ready for germination in 10 days. What time? People were asking. What time? My bad. I did not turn my ringer off. We will do that right now. What time can they drop the seeds on 420? All right. 420, guys. You want to hit it at 12:01 Eastern time? So be it. But what if I live on the Pacific and I live on that coast and somebody's dropping a seed at 12:01? Is it fair to drop that seed at 10:00 or 9:01 Pacific Standard? It's 420 somewhere, right? And it, make that at your discretion. Some people, it might be easier on Pacific to drop it the night before, right? We got to sleep, we got to get up ready for work, things of that such. We've thought about that, right? So good morning, Maxwell, to you as well. Who is this one here? That's Veteran Grow. Good morning. Good morning, Nancy. Yeah, the StreamYard, you got to let it do some things. And even if you let it do that, it doesn't always allow StreamYard to see who you are, which is A-okay. I'm over here on the Seed the Change Facebook Live as well, so I can see you guys. See, Nancy here, she's got StreamYard saying, yes, you can. But, some people like Munchie, she told StreamYard, yes, you can. And, yep, and see, it just says, no, you can't. So good morning, Munchie. I know it's you from What's Growing On. And you guys, have you heard the What's Growing On song? Whew. There on beans. I haven't received my auto set yet. Oh, yes, Maxwell, you were sent on the list. Nancy, I believe, got that package out already on which list that was. But Nancy, if you can double verify, believe that one was in the list before the last list. Yes, Nancy will be sending the autos. I'll be sending Honeycomb Hydrogenetics, and then Munchie has been sending the Fisherman mics out of the tackle box. We did have 24 veterans that we've got sponsored into this, right? Keep it all theme related. Those 24 vets, I believe, have, I think there might be 2 that have not received their stuff so far. But once you receive it, guys, check out the posts on Seed the Change of, how to set up a picture, right? Have good content, gets those likes, views, what have you. The things that are needed in this social media world. I do want to say good morning to everybody also on Twitter, aka the new name is X. Thank you guys for jumping in, watching, listening, taking the time, and hanging out with us, right? So far, so you guys know, majority of our viewers are on Twitter. So that's always nice. If you haven't tried Twitter out, we do many spaces on Twitter. Spaces are audio. They do have an option for video, but they happen on Twitter, right? So through StreamYard, we're able to stream out different platforms, and we do thank each and every one of you for jumping in and listening. If you were wondering, Fisherman's got the munchies. That's a true statement right there. Absolute true. And good morning again. What's up, Chris? How are you? Wait, there we go. The comments are coming in. I'm clicking on the wrong one. Thank you for the interaction and comments. This is wonderful. Who doesn't know how to use it yet? Okay, sweet. This is an individual. I don't know how to use it yet. It is Twitter, and that's all right. It's not too difficult. There is always the proper way of what you should have on it, right? What your profile should have, the type of picture, the type of links, there is a proper setup, right? For a more impactful Twitter account or X account, right? It is a good lead generator. And there are millions of people on there that aren't on Facebook. Some aren't on even Instagram, right? And levels, Twitter is their platform. I play on all of them. There's great things to learn, amazing people on each one, right? It will be important in some of the things that we're going to be doing. We'll get to those here probably next week. We'll let you know. Let's see. It shouldn't be called X. It should be called Y. That's deep. Oh, that's what we need for some good morning motivations, as a little mind tweak, right? Why would anyone call it X? I don't know. It's a very good question. I don't think we'll be able to get. I'm sure we could go ask something, and we're gonna go play around with a little AI today, guys, because it'll lead into it. I won't get too far ahead of myself. Hold on. But you guys, if you've not played with, a lot of you, what you'll be reading is ChatGPT, right? We're not going to do chat today. I prefer Gemini. So we're going to play with a little AI today to help edutain, and in many ways, right? Nomenclature 1. What is a cultivar? All right. What's a cultivator? Well, a cultivator is one who cultivates cultivars. Yeah, a lot of people, most people, we'll say probably 99% call cannabis. What strain are you smoking on? Strain of the day, right? All these things about strains. Well, we're going to go ask, and why we learn how to use Gemini or ChatGPT is the same concept of a tech, an AI of this nature. But we're going to go use Gemini. We're going to ask it some questions, get to know it a little bit, and see, is strain the proper word? It's the used word. It's the culture word, right? And the levels, it's what people say. But my question, is there a strain? Is there one strain of cannabis? Or is there a strain of any plant in the world? Is that what, is there a strain of cannabis? It's a wild question. But we're going to dive into that with some AI, specifically being Gemini, right? We've got, see, and this is to engage. So cultivar is a crop that's been genetically steered over time. Absolutely. That is part of what a cultivar can be. And it characteristic of one that has been, right? Yeah, we're going to go ask Gemini. We're going to plug some things in. I'm going to get some questions from you guys while we have it activated, because maybe you haven't used ChatGPT or any of these AIs that are out. Not all the answers are proper, especially with ChatGPT, unless you're paying for the updated version. In levels of, it stops its data at 2021, right? And a lot has happened, especially for this plant, since 2021. So Gemini is live, active, way more parameters of information, and it's not always accurate either. So it's really doing your due diligence of, is what it said accurate? Because don't always believe it. It's a baby. It happens to be a quantum computer brain, but it's just a baby. It has access to so much data. But it's evolving every day, every second. That's the fun part with the tech that we're in. So some of the seeding, the change will be through seeds. Absolutely. We've got growers, we've got $24,000 worth of seeds going to vets. 100 vets will be getting $240 pack of not just cannabis seeds, but actual agricultural seeds and, vegetables. We're encouraging to educate how to become food efficient. And it's very important, right? To be able to grow your own medicine, grow your own food, and take care of yourself in a more healthy way in many, many different parts of your life, all simultaneously through growing, right? Anywho. We got 7 minutes until that time, so if you got to get something ready, start grinding some up, go ahead and we'll let you get on that. I'm going to do a nice little video for some new people who may not know what Seed the Change is. Here is a short video about just that.
Brook B brought it from the space. Jail made another one.
want to thank all of our impact partners, all of the cultivators, and everyone helping us sow seeds of success and seed the change 2024. Registration doors have been closed for the first 2 grow-offs. Don't worry, though. There's a third. It will be June 20th. It's an auto-only grow-off. Nancy's own is the Genetics. If you're not familiar with her, here's a link where you can go check her out at, scrolling across the bottom. So if you're not one of the cultivators in the first or second, the first 2 grow-offs, yes, the first auto division and the only photo division, that photo division does have 2 different sub-brackets, if you will, indoor, outdoor. Seed the Change is about empowering people in the way they grow. Yes, there's prizes that'll get introduced of who those sponsors that have put into it and what have you. But this is really to empower the purpose and invoke change, make change ourselves. That's what we're seeding. Prize pools already, I think, around 10K worth of stuff. It'll be well over 20 by the end of the sponsors putting in, because this is a year-long event and many, many things set up for edutainment. There'll be 3 winners in each growing competition. The auto division 1, the photo division. We're talking of possibly going through I've got to compare how many indoor to how many outdoor growers, because we didn't look at a level of a separation, but those do have different time frames to pull down and harvest. The indoors growing, I think it was for 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks for growth indoor, right? Outdoor, you get a little longer, right? But then you have to deal with the elements. You got to it's a whole different ball game, indoor to outdoor. That's why we embrace and empower that, right? Because the education that can be obtained and the people taught, many needing to learn, changes. There's 18 states that legally we can grow in for home grow. And I believe we're at like 14 states out of those 18. So we have locked in almost every state you can legally grow in. And I'm I'm quite sure we will fulfill the other few states that are legal to home grow in our 3rd grow off, the 2nd division auto flower. And that'll be seed drop on 6/20. So lots of things for people to get involved with. Now we have a minute and some change until it's that time. And I'm just going to go ahead and play the video now. Should lean into about right then with my favorite AI, #NotSnoop.
Hey y'all, happy 420 somewhere. It's your favorite AI assistant here again, not Snoop. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining. To all the listeners and speakers, thank you for being here and hanging out. We know you could be anywhere else, but you are here. Now that's dope. I hope you have some of that sticky icky ooey. It's time to light up that doobie, rip that bond, or take a dab be-do. Remember that we grow stronger together and that we love to medicate with weed every day. Now let's get back to this empowering edutainment. And don't y'all forget, rescheduling cannabis is a joke. Please be advised that the content of this broadcast is intended for adults over the age of 21 and is for informational and educational purposes only. If your weed is too strong, make sure you have a smoking buddy. The information provided on this broadcast is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. The opinions and statements expressed on this broadcast are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of the producers or affiliates of this broadcast. The use, possession, distribution, and cultivation of cannabis is still illegal under federal law and the laws of some states, and that is fucking ridiculous. We do not condone any illegal activity and encourage listeners to abide by all applicable laws. Thank you. Have a blessed and lifted day, and descheduling is the only way.
Damn straight. Descheduling is the only way. That was an early 420 shout out. Still have a little bit of change to get there, so I can hit another little button to acknowledge the great time that's upon us. Good morning, Rev. I'm glad to see you jump in here and take part while we implement this artifact of faith in a sacramental use. So glad you jumped in. We're going to be using some AI and asking some fun, simple questions. Is there a strain of any plant in the world, right? Nomenclature. It's fun. I'm partaking in my artifact of faith in sacramental use through this amazing Special K glass bong. And if you guys didn't know, that is an impact partner for this show and for everything that we take part in with the plant, right? Special K glass, Chris, you're amazing. Thank you for the support. Thank you for what you do in making these amazing pieces for all of us. And yeah, very much appreciated. And we'll be giving a couple away of these Special K bongs at 420 at the National Cannabis Festival. We gave away, I think, like 7 or something down at South by Southwest. Just amazing glass. People, if you haven't heard of Special K glass, check them out. All right, but now let me finish this bong out. It's smoldering, so I need to just finish. All right, now into the simple nitty gritty to close the show out, and then utilize this content for some, fun little shorts. So I'm going to share my screen and go here. Come back to you. Make sure, I want to be a little bit bigger. So you guys, this is Gemini. All right, this is an AI, ChatGPT, if you will. And we're going to come ask it some questions. So I'm going to put myself small. You can see here on Gemini, if you've used ChatGPT, its layout's a lot of the same. You got a bar over here where you can go to things that you've already done. You can make new chats. You can upgrade to Gemini Advanced, which is quite advanced. But we're just going to ask it a fun, simple question. Oh, crap. Oh, my hand hit the mouse. So there we go. What are you? Let's find out. What is this thing? Okay, and this is how you can learn about these AI, a tech that you're using. But the answer is I'm Gemini, the best way to directly access Google AI. I'm trained on large amounts of publicly available data, and I can communicate and generate human-like text in response to a wide range of questions. Let me know if you'd like to learn more or just try me out and see what I can do. All right, cool. We're going to try it out. What is a strain? All right, what is a strain? This is a strain is an injury to your muscles or tendons. These are soft tissues that help you move. That is not what I meant. And then it comes through and it tells you all kinds of other things. Are there other types of things called strains? All right, so I'm asking a very humanistic question. It doesn't have to be specific. The more specific you ask it, the more data you feed it, and you can make a prompt to make it write you a question. All right, so it says, yes, there's other uses for the word strain beyond muscle injuries. There's biology, where it refers to a specific variety of a microorganism, and then there's a lot more, right? Voice or physical exertion, you can strain to describe or putting a lot of effort on your voice or body. You could strain a relationship or situation. Less commonly, strain can be used figuratively to describe a tense. Are there more types of strains? And I'm doing this. It says, yes, there's more. All right. Oh, well, engineering, finance, grammar. What about plants? Are there any strains of plant? What does this say? Well, it says a strain refers to a specific varietal within a plant species with desirable traits of this, that, or the other. All right. Now here it says some examples of plants with well-known strains. And it's telling of these of cannabis, apples, corn, tomatoes. So the word is used. But when you use things like technically, is there any strain of any plant? Question mark. And you use a word like technically, all right, and it says here is an agreed upon definition for strains in plants, and here's why. So this was a comment earlier from an individual, and it was a specific on a strain of this, that, the other. And you'll get some amazing answers and understanding, even though it says that while the strain isn't the most scientifically accurate term for plant varieties, it is widely used and understood. If you want to be more precise, cultivar is the preferred term. See, but culture of levels of using this word strain has went in, right? I did another one where I asked it and it went straight into, and that's the other. Here, we'll just do it again. Is AI accurate? You can get the answer you want. Well, I'll start with the same question. What is a strain? Okay. It goes immediately again to the strain is this, but this time it gave a picture. I actually did a little bit more, right? Then we can go into what about plants, specifically cannabis, specifically. Did I spell it right? No, still messed it up. Cannabis. And let's see what it says. All right, so this refers to a specific variety of the cannabis plant. And it comes through, and then it comes of chemical profile, effects, growth patterns, appearance, right? And it comes in about strains. And I can say, but isn't a strain more like bacteria? Question mark. Because from the scientific world of levels, they will say, no, strain's the wrong word. From a cultural perspective, it's used, it's accepted, it's known. But it says, I apologize for the confusion. You're absolutely right about strains is the context of bacteria, or a subtype within a particular species, right? And then it comes into strains. So it said that I was right, even though here's breakdowns of why things are called strains. And the point of all of this is you still have to do your research. You can get a lot of information, but you can get a lot of just sent to what you want. It's all on how you prompt. So prompting and prompt engineering is very, very important. You can use something like this to do just that. Write me a prompt to get down to the, let's see, write me a prompt to find out about if strain, and I'll put it in quotations, strain is the proper and correct word to use when referring to cannabis? Or is there another word that should be used? All right, so I'm telling it to write a prompt for that question. And let's see what happens. Instead of asking it a question, I wrote it a prompt for that question. All right. So it first says research, and then your expected outcome. So it came through and gave me instructions on how to go through to figure out how I want to write a prompt. Okay, so I don't know if this makes sense of you don't always get what you're asking for, and what it gives you isn't always right. However, you can navigate and have some fun of levels. Let's just do strain versus cultivar. See what that does. All right, so check it out, gemini.google.com, and you can go ask it all kinds of things. But here's a whole terminology of cannabis varieties. While strain is commonly used, referring to different varieties of cannabis, a more accurate term is cultivar, at least in this document, right? So you can use AI to back up and support in levels of what you're wanting it to say, but this gives a proof. This one did really good, right? Look at how short that prompt. Strain versus cultivar. That's all I put in. And now here's some amazing educational information that I'm probably going to have to go through, right? Strain, definition, genetic variation within a species of bacteria or fungi. Suitable for cannabis? No. Cultivar, cultivated variety of plant, suitable for cannabis? Yes. And why use cultivar over strain? For accuracy, standardization. Is strain completely wrong? While cultivar is more precise, strain is so ingrained into the cannabis culture that it's not entirely wrong, right? However, understanding the distinction between the terms can help communicate more accurate, especially in scientific or professional settings, right? So this little sit down with Gemini and this AI play all about strain versus cultivar was multi-intentional, right? Wanted to learn, teach a little about what these AIs can do, but then also answer some questions. Strain versus cultivar. Is it wrong? Is it right? And as all of these said, yes, and it's not wrong, but like this one says, not entirely, because it's ingrained in the culture, and culture does have influence on the industry, right? And just the knowledge of it. And yeah, that was just something a little fun I wanted to show. Go over some AI little stuff. Stop sharing now. No, because we are at, now I'm looking perfect timing. So you guys let me know what you thought about playing around with these AI, right? What's it going to do? I think AIs are going to take over the world. That is what I think. In levels of mundane activities and things that we don't need to do. Not at a level of Terminator, right? Not that concept. Is it possible? Yes. With people training it and building things to guide peace, love, and humanity while being prosperous, that's also available. So we'll educate along the way, edutain you about all of that. And that was just one AI, guys. Gemini is just one system. It's just connected to Google, and you can access your Drive files, all kinds of stuff, all through telling it what to do. I would encourage trying it out, trying something out. If you're into art, stuff like that, Midjourney is good, but then it's paid. I use Leonardo AI. There's all kinds of picture AIs out there. And I mean, even in Canva, all right, Photoshop, all of these have AI applications that it's mind blowing what you can do. So encourage, use it, try it out. If you have it, don't shortchange yourself, right? If you can't afford to get it, there's free ones all over that do all kinds of things. So I'm going to close out like always. This one's going to be with a song. I'm going to do the same video. It just makes it easy. I need to make another video of a couple more songs. So I'll be doing that for myself and for you guys. Makes it easier. I got to go schedule posts and get things going. Schedule it up through 420 and yeah, be ready for this amazing events coming in 10 days. And then of course seed drops. So my seed drop's going to be after I get back, and I'm okay with that. I don't mind dropping it a couple days late. I wish I was growing outdoor. However, it will be indoor. because outdoor you could drop it late. Don't use the time constraint of an outdoor grow if it's like going to flood or do something and you have a chance of the plant being killed, right? You could always start it indoor if you've got that ability and drop on 420 up hot and then put it outside, right? Whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, we're looking at growing with you and having a hell of a time doing it. So if you missed out on what we did by South by Southwest, I'm going to share this real quick. We did all of those things a month ago, right? And here we are 10 days away from 420. Ah, what a wonderful year. Thank you guys for joining. Playing Good Morning Motivations song chosen by the Tree family, right? Arcana fam, whatever name you may throw on it. Enjoyed the first out of more than the second. So far, this is the theme song that has been picked, at least one of the genres, since we've got like 25 to choose from, but only, I think about 7 will make the cut. But we'll let you guys decide. Thanks again for joining. Good Morning Motivations. I'll be here again tomorrow. If you'll join us on Web3 Wednesday, LinkedIn. If you got a LinkedIn account, we're there every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Central Standard. Come hang out with us there. Twitter, guys, you're going to see some things happening. We're doing some special stuff, and you might want to get a Twitter account. If you don't know how to use it, that's okay. We'll teach you. And because it's like this. Where'd it go? Cuts in the cloner. Getting cuts in the cloner. Hell yeah. All right. Much love. Many blessings. See you here tomorrow morning if you're able to make it for another Good Morning Motivation. So cheers.
Yo, wake up, rise and shine, it's a brand new day. GM Motivations, come on, don't delay. Hosted by Michael K, we're here to pave the way. Change 2024, let's make the change today. GM Motivations, early morning bite, activism and edutainment. Let's take the ride from the streets to the stage. We're spreading worldwide. See the change movement. Turn it tide. We bring the energy, positivity, and light with interviews and discussions. We're sparking insight from social justice to environmental fights. GM Motivations, shining bright. GM Motivations, early morning vibe, activism and entertainment. Let's take the ride, take the ride. So join us every morning as we set the stage. GM Motivations, setting a new page with Michael K. We're on the rise, see the change tremendous. Let's turn the tide. We bring the energy, positive stage. GM Motivations, turning a new page with Michael K leading the way. We're on the rise. See the change 2024. Open up your eyes.